someone who has come up in the last couple Vlad TV interviews with you, Mike Perry.
Oh, God.
Since our last interview,
Oh, please.
he punched an old man and a woman in a Texas restaurant. Mm-hmm. So I actually looked into the story. I mean, there's a video that circulated. Mm-hmm. But here's what happened, right? And this is the white UFC guy who used the N-word against you, and then, and so forth. Yeah. Apparently he was in a Texas restaurant, and he approached a table of people and said, are you talking about me?
Yeah.
And one of the victims said that they're not talking about you, this is really none of your business.
Yeah.
So then he wanted to fight one of the guys at the table. A girl stepped between them. He ended up slapping the guy and punching the woman.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
And then one of the employees showed up to try to subdue the situation, and then he ended up punching out the employee, who looked like about a 60-year-old man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the punching of the old man was caught on video. This guy just looked completely out of control.
Vlad, it goes back to what I was saying before, and there's such a part of me that loves fighters and what they do for us. They're our gladiators. They put their life on the goddamn line, right? And there's a part of me that always embraces people like Mike Perry. I think it's heroic on one level, but the thing that is tragic is that we celebrate them, but those fans are nowhere to be found when these fighters need help. It's cool to, oh man, he's a badass, whatever. I know. I mean, I recall one of my last fights, something that changed my whole view, is I had a fight in Boston, and I did a good technique. I kind of hurt this guy. He fell out. He was okay, but in the moment I knocked this guy down, everybody jumped up and cheered, and in that moment I felt like a goddamn pit bull, and I instantly hated the audience, because I'm like, shit, if I was down there, you'd be cheering too.
Yeah.
And I just said, there's something deeper for my life than this. I still love to fight. I still love to test myself, but I never forgot that moment.